Hello, and welcome to Whale Atlas, an immersive information-centric whale watching app designed for ocean lovers and conservationists. The palette here is meant to invoke the feeling of exploring the deep ocean, wanting the user to feel like they were inside the ecosystem. The dark navy represents the deep water, and the bright teal that we're going to see is indicative of bioluminescence, and the larger, more prevalent navigation elements are grounding sand color, meant to highlight pertinent information. The design is meant to be accessible, clear, simple, and intuitive, without excessive images or unnecessary icons. Everything should flow easily and give the user the feeling of being connected to the whales that they're learning about to inspire conservation efforts, to encourage others to conserve as well. Let's get started with a demonstration of the user flow. First, we'd like to find an overview of blue whale facts. Here we see an overview of blue whale facts. Next, we'd like to find the diet behavior of a specific blue whale named Ginger Waters. So we'll go into our whale finder. We'll select blue whale. We see Ginger here. And we have a set of behaviors. And since we're looking for diet, here we see Ginger's diet habits. Let's go back to the beginning. Next, we want to find the migration path of a blue whale named Ginger Waters. Let's go back into our whale finder. Blue whales, back to Ginger. And here we see a migration. Now we can see Ginger's migration path. Next, let's find the recent sightings of orca whales. So we'll go back to our whale finder. Let's select orcas. Here we can see a group of orca whales. Now let's find a whale sighting of an orca named Ursula Kayla Finn. We actually see Ursula right here. But let's go back to the beginning. Go back to whale finder, orca, and let's click on Ursula. Here we see a collection of information about Ursula that we can access. Let's look at some of the fin facts about Ursula. Here we have a simple information screen, and this is a reusable element. Let's go back to the home screen. Next, let's see if we can listen to a whale soundtrack called Blue Whale Song, and maybe find some information about that track. So we'll click on the sound library, and here we see Blue Whale Song. This element here is meant to represent the frequency, and it should be a moving element. Let's see if we can find some information about the Blue Whale Song. Here we have information about the Blue Whale Song. This is also a reusable element. Let's go back to the beginning. So let's get into some of the ecosystem and conservation efforts. Let's try to discover what the role of the sea otter is in the ecosystem. So we'll click on ecosystem, see if we can find the sea otter. It's right here. And here we see what the ecological role of the sea otter is. Now, for a little further study, why don't we go into what are the systems that are dependent on the sea otter? Click system right here. Now we see the various marine life that is dependent on the sea otter. Now let's see if we can get a little more information here. What about the kelp forest? Here we can see the ecological role of the kelp forest. All right, let's go back to the beginning. Let's move into conservation. Let's see if we can adopt a blue whale named Sola. So go to conservation. Here's our adopt a whale feature. And this is in conjunction with the WWF Ocean Program. There's the adopt button. This is going to send us to another screen where we're able to adopt a blue whale. Let's go back to the app and back to the beginning. So let's check our conservation impacts here. We'll select conservation, and let's go into my impact. Here we can see what our impact has been. Now, this particular design has been sort of proven to invoke the desire to keep repeating the action. People want to get that perfect score. People like that feeling. Let's go back. And what if we checked out what are our conservation contributions, specifically focusing on adoption? There we go. Conservation. And let's go into my contributions here. And let's move over to adoptions. Here we can see information about Sola, the blue whale that we adopted. As you can see, the app has a simple navigation flow that allows the user to access information without friction, and the experience is meant to be visceral, as well as intuitive. It should invoke exploring the deep ocean and uncovering facts and specific whales or their ecosystems. And if used at home, it should mimic the aquarium feel. I hope you enjoyed this demo.